All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, worshippers of all ages, welcome to our last match of the day. This is ELSR and them. We're down in the losers bracket, do or die match for both teams. Spawning here in the green in the foreground is ELSR, fielding Republique. Starting to become a popular choice here as we get narrower, fewer teams left in the event. Ayase in a Novosibirsk. Actually, let's have a quick look at these builds. What is Republic doing? Reload, some survivability. Yep. Novosibirsk there. Yep. Reload and top grade gunner. Yilu in a Castilla. Reload. Solid. Castilla just a solid heavy cruiser. Professor Luga in a Goliath running outnumbered. Probably can guess what flank he intends to play on. Suki in a Haudniu unique upgrade. 2 destroyer lineup for ELSR. Double Delny Zath. Opting for very, very similar builds there. Going for gun reload. What is them doing? Go ahead.
Once again, different captains, though. If you look at the two Delnys, one of them has the boosted preventative maintenance, and I kind of feel like it's like, well, why not? But it is what it is. So let's go ahead. Yep, let's take a look at them opposing him to the south. Them, by the way, have not used a single flagship in this tournament.
Still haven't.
And they've gotten this far. So for battleships, Deepest Dungeon, once again, he likes his toy Rhode Island. Might as well keep using it.
Love it.
Hogun, we saw earlier in the Venezia with unique upgrade. Ferry moving on up with the defense. Takbir and the Grozovoy again with the smoke stuff. Mitsuko says, I want to play with that turret traverse again. So he's going to the middle of the map with his Albonk. And heading towards the A side is Pro Streamer in a Wushja with reload. And in front of him is Elbard Thron in a unique upgrade Elbing as well.
Now, it's interesting to me, Zath, we just watched them play this map, and they're opting for a very different deployment. Do you see it? Earlier, they went 5 ships to A, 2 ships to B. Now they're going 4 ships B, kind of 1 loner mid, and 2 ships up north.
It makes sense. For one, they know that ELSR has done nothing today yet. So they've got nothing but time to catch, you know, either us casting or somebody else casting the games. They even have the replay files. They can look at the builds that these guys were using. They've got the replay render tool. So they have a lot of information in front of them. So
True.
Them is absolutely not going to be like, okay, we're going to do the same thing you saw us do earlier. So I like the idea.
I do too. ELSR, for the moment, playing back off the A cap, opting to send the Delnys out to, Castle Island up here, let's say. This island up in B2, one of the big features of the map. Very strategic, very important if you're trying to control the A cap here. Sorry, I'm having fun playing with the drawing tool. I've wanted this for years, Zach. For years.
Yeah. Well, and this map particularly is helpful for, drawing whatever you want wherever. So it makes perfect sense there. And especially at the beginning of the game, there's really nothing really to talk about. So. Both Delnys have conquered that island at Bravo 2, and they're like, well, where the heck are they?
Well, now what? Exactly.
Right, exactly.
They're going to see, I think Ziyang's going to maybe sniff out a little of these torpedoes falling astern of him, so he's going to know there's somebody lurking around. The Elbing smoke back here, obviously indicating that somebody was around, but at the moment, nothing doing. Very calm early game, 3.5 minutes in, as them slowly kind of making this push along the bottom edge of the map. I'm curious to see what looks like they're going to run the defense along the inside track. The Elbing gets spotted on Novosibirsk radar, going to draw some fire from the Howden Liu and some bombs there.
Zuko just backing up a little bit.
Yep. Easily able to dodge those bombs. Takbir's Grozovoy running out in front of the Rhode Island of the Venezia, kind of as a tripwire, doing some spotting out there. And the Goliath, of course, Professor Luger was already set up to do kiting in a great position over here on the 10 line, ready, willing, and able to do exactly that for his team. And so now, ELSR kind of finally getting a feel for how things have gone. Ziyang dipping his toes into the A cap as the Delny and the Castilla wrap around wrap around this island. So we're going to see, as you like to say, Zath, some toilet bowl action.
Absolutely. As ELSR realizes them is not coming. Them ain't coming.
They ain't coming.
So
So
they're going to grab the free cap, and then they'll probably rotate.
yep, both teams working in a counterclockwise fashion here as the shells begin to fall in and around C. Suki's Howden Liu picked up and
smacked.
getting dunked a little bit there. I think that was Deepest Dungeon.
Mm-hmm. More hits now from the Elbing.
Yep, Medzuko's Elbing in Sid mid also had a good angle on him. He finally goes dark there. Now, one thing about having the Goliath in this position versus something else is that they don't really have any kind of torpedoes to be able to dislodge Ferry from this position that he's going to take up here south of this island as he opens fire on Goliath. The Goliath had no idea he was even there. This salvo could be huge. It's not.
Nope.
It's solid.
Well, he knows now.
It's not amazing. And yep, Luger knows now. My bet is that Ferry will probably pop one of his little smokes here in a moment. Yep, there it goes.
Hey, there you go. I mean, it makes sense, right? You shoot for free then.
Yep. It's gonna make Luger consider his angles very carefully as he's gonna blind fire into the smoke for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Both Elbings working the middle of the board.
Another good hit there on Suki. Suki at 24 and healing.
Yep, solid hit on Luger's Goliath as well. He got about 10K out of that one. Luger's pushed up against the edge of the map. He's going to struggle a bit to find a good way to maintain angles to both the Rhode Island and the defense crawling up his stern.
Mm-hmm.
Ayase's Novosibirsk repositioning here in the middle of the map. I'm going to keep giving you guys the map view because the positional here is important. You can see now the team's kind of forming lines. We've got this green line across about the 4 line, and then kind of the them guys arrayed along kind of the 4, 5, 6 line here in the center of the map.
Yeah, you basically have this half of the map belonging to one, the other half to the other.
Yep.
Both, you know, now them has two caps. So it's just a question of how is Pro Streamer going to do by himself in the Worcester? He's completely alone.
This is probably the worst position of any of the them ships, right? Pro Streamer down here all by himself, trying to take on Triarch's Delny. But Triarch has help and Pro Streamer doesn't.
Right.
No smoke, no help, no assistance, no other set of guns. He finally does go dark there until he opens fire again, catching a glimpse of the Delny.
Ferry now seeing the Repub being moved in. Repub, of course, can do nasty things to the defense.
Shells coming in on Ferry, but nothing doing.
Yeah, that was a blind salvo.
Some torpedoes coming in on Tack Bear. Is he going to take one? He's not. Found a way through it. So now we're getting some better smoke here. No, I thought Eobard was laying smoke in there, but he didn't. Some of the blind fire from the Repub does actually land home there.
It's a good point. He might as well have done it, but he's got 2 left, so maybe he's thinking he needs it for himself as he spots Ziyang's Delny.
Pro Streamer down to 1,000 HP and burning. He'll be out in moments. He catches a glimpse of the Delny with his final moments. His last few salvos going down range here. He's going to get a little more chip damage out of the Delny, but the ELSR is going to claim first blood here back on the 1 line.
Notice that Deepest Dungeon has now been rotated south in the Rhode Island.
Yep, they're going to have to do something to receive this inevitable push that's coming down now moving in from the 2-3 line, of course.
Mm-hmm. Oh, big hit on Ferry.
Ooh, Repub finally coming up aces.
Yeah, Ferry was pulling forward, trying to get the shots on Ziyang's Delny to get the kill. And so now has to deal with a whole lot of pain.
So they've pulled Medusko's. Oh, Ferry getting dunked again.
You got the smoke. Use the smoke.
He needs the smoke desperately. There it is. He needs to break the LOS before he dies. He manages to bounce some of that Repub stuff off his deck. 50 Feels like they should have maybe rotated in one of the destroyer smokes and given him a little bit of a break there from his own, but we'll see how long he can hold. 40 seconds to his next heal. Now.
Meanwhile, ELSR just circling the B cap. Look at them.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to see some drama back at B here. They've pulled Medusko's Elbing back. They're going to put up the Novosibirsk radar for info. That's going to tell them where Medusko and Dungeon are. As ELSR starting to push into the B cap, they are still down points, 40 points down. But going to make a big play here. They are up on health.
Mm-hmm. Ferry almost dead. There he goes.
Big kill for ELSR. Up 2 ships. Small lead change there as Triarch going in on Medusko as well. Novosibirsk, Ayase continuing to push south. Slowly looking to set up by this island.
A952 did take a torpedo, but he kind of just shrugged it off, whatever.
He's looking pretty rough back there, Zath. He's a minute away from his next heal. They have to know that's it's going to be a while till his next heal and they can pick up that kill. They have to know.
Well, but how do you get something with guns on it? I mean, all you've got is Bogdan's Venezia. He makes the Inky. He starts shooting with the plane up.
It's going to be tough. They're going to have to rely on one of these torpedoes to come in. And no.
Whoa.
ELSR, E952 does a brilliant dodge, but he's burning. He's going out right here. Big kill for them. They needed that. Flips the lead back. Yulu steps onto B with the Castilla as Triarch and Medusko are going to have a duel. Somebody's going down, and it's Medusko.
It's Medusko, yeah.
Back to a 2-ship lead is ELSR. Deepest Dungeon bringing in the Rhode Island. Check this out, Zath.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going for the drive-by? I bet he is.
I mean, at this point, you kind of have to, right?
If you're Ayase, you basically have to go for the ram here, I think, and just take the trade. He does get the big citadels. Oh! But he can't get the ram off in time. Deepest wipes him out in a single salvo. But he goes down to the Castilla. So not a trade, but certainly not what them was looking for.
No, but I'm entertained.
I'm entertained. That was impressive, Zath. Suki's going to go down to torpedoes right here, I think.
Oh, yeah.
2 in the stern. Oh,
no.
but he takes Eobard with him. Wow.
He doesn't die. Suki's not dead.
Them, you know one of the things I love about watching them, Zath? Their response to being down on points is everybody push W and go find something to murder. And it almost works here in game 1, but ELSR holds.
ELSR does indeed hold.
What a Rhode Island salvo, just demolishing poor Ayase.
That was a thing of beauty.
That was brutal.
And yeah, if you missed out on Rhode Island before, make a note.
Oh man,
when that shows up again.
Oh man, that ship is ridiculous. I am having such fun playing mine.